Good morning, Sunny. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, Praveen.
How is the election campaign going on?
Oh, it is going on really, really good. I'm loving it. We are having fun. We have knocked more than 1,000 doors. We have met more than 3,000 people, I would say. Had more than 15 to, I would say, more than 20 meet and greets. So it was a great experience meeting people, explaining them about the issues that the county is facing. But overall, it's a great experience, and we are doing really, really good.
Excellent, excellent. I think to all of you, Sunny is his name is Sudhir Agarwal, but he goes with Sunny, and he is contesting for commissioner for District 5. Right? What it means, we'll ask him. And if we vote for him, what exactly is going to happen? That also we will get to hear from Sunny. Sunny, let us know what is your district, which areas fall into that, how the Indian community need to support you. So also explain a bit about primary and the general election so that the guys can go how many days are left out. So that will give them an insight to help you.
Okay. So I'm running for the District 5, Forsyth County, Georgia. Which area falls into it? Take 400, go south from the new Magnus Ferry exit that is being built to exit 13, which is Bethel View. And if you go south on the east side, say Old Atlanta Road from 141, go to Old Atlanta Road, pretty much still Magnus Ferry except for the few of the subdivisions. So I would say is the Big Creek precinct, which comprise of say like Deer Lake and areas close to First Redeemer Church on Old Alfreda Road, all those subdivisions. Then north till Bethel-View it will come. It also goes further north from Castleberry till Highway 20. So that is the areas that it cover. It comprises of around 55,000 residents in District 5. Around 31,000 are registered voters that we have. The Asian population comprises of around 5,500 voters. That's a big number. So, and I think the Asian population itself would be around 30 to 40%, but many of them are not eligible to vote right now. I'm pretty sure by the next election that we have, we will be having more eligible voters. So, I request everybody to register to vote. Coming to the point of primary and general elections, we have two elections in any cycle. So, primary election is when people who are competing from the same party for multiple for the same position from the same party. So like in my case, on the Republican side for District 5, me and my opponent Laura Simonson, we are contesting for election. Depending on who gets elected in primary, we will be running against our opponent in November for against the Democrat. So that is how generally it happens. You have a primary and then you have a general election. Primary is very important. A lot of times when I talk to people, I was talking about like 1,000 doors that I knocked. People say, oh, when is the election? I say November. I said, no. November is the general election. The current election that we are working on, which is primary, is on 21st of May. Early voting has closed yesterday. That was 17th of May. Primary is very important. Okay, it may not look, but if your candidate whom you want to support or whom you are supporting, if it doesn't make it through the primary, there is no way that his name would be there in the general election in November. So I request everyone to go and vote in May. At the same time, there is a concept called voter score, which is like your credit score. If you don't vote in primary or you don't vote regularly, your voter score is low. Like you don't want to have your credit score low, you would not like to have your voter score low also. So having said that, please vote in every election possible if you are registered to vote and improve your voter score.
That's very interesting, voter score. So I think we all need to understand that voter score is also there. Everyone is watching whether we vote or not. Irrespective of all, we have to vote. That is our responsibility. If you want a change, if you want a voice in Indo-American community, you have to vote, right? So coming to the election, you have given a wonderful point, 5,500 of Asian voters. Is that
registered voters?
Registered voters.
Yes.
So how many would be the Indian voters?
I would say it's around 3,500 are the Indian voters of Indian origin. Yes.
So if 3,500 voters vote for you, is there a chance to win?
Oh, if 3,500 vote, I would be winning by like 60 points, it would be 80-20 race. We are expecting around 3,000 votes to be casted in my district in primary.
Wow.
So if 3,500 vote, the story would be completely different. But even if I would say if 30% of those registered voters go and vote, we will create a history in Forsyth County.
Wow, Sunny, I think this is an easy task for us to urge for the Indian voters, and especially this show, you know, right? I do for the Indo-Americans who are contesting for elections, who are doing anything in Indo-American community. This is the show. The reason I do it for only Indo-American benefits. Tomorrow, let's say our kids are studying here. If you don't have a voice, what would you do? So definitely that is the reason I want to bring you here and tell the voters what you can do. And more than all, I hear that you do not have an experience. People definitely might ask this question. So comparatively to the Lara, so what would be your answer for that?
So I think you asked multiple questions. So let me take one by one if I remember all of them. So when I talk to people, obviously I talk to people with all ethnicity, and when I talk to Indian Americans, as you're doing a great job to cover the voice of Indo-Americans in this area. So they always said that they feel that they are neglected. There are decisions that are made in the county which doesn't consider them. In case they have any issues, they don't know whom to approach to. And that is the reason they require to have somebody who can represent them. And yes, that is the reason that I'm standing too. I, along with my family, have spent more than 2,000 hours till now on the campaign. What it takes to vote, you know it very well, you have voted in primary multiple times, is 10 to 15 minutes. What I'm requesting everyone to contribute is just 10 to 15 minutes. Go and vote. Have your voices heard. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not asking for money. I'm asking for your vote. In fact, I'm asking for your support. And if you really want to change the way things are working in county, people have multiple type of complaints that they have it. They feel that they require to have better schools or more good schools for their kids. They require to have park and recreation. They require to have better infrastructure in terms of roads. They also don't know about the $114 million administration building that is being built. That means $428 per resident of Forsyth County. If that building continues, everybody would be paying, in fact from your past dollars, $428 per person. I'm not talking about per household. If you go and vote and we are able to stop that and find an alternate option for the administrative staff, you will be saving $428 per person.
Wow.
Having said that, even if you care for yourself and you care for your money, please go and vote. It would help you. Apart from you having a representation where you can, any issues that you have it, you can have somebody to talk to.
Sunny, I think we have only one day. You have talked important aspects of it, but I would like to tell the audience only one thing. They have only Tuesday to vote. Before that, I want you to tell high level what is your vision if you are elected. Tell us high level 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what I'm looking for is, I have worked in a lot of organization. I'm a community leader. 2 or 3 things that I'm going to start. One is having a breakfast with commissioner. This would be a monthly event where you know, say like on first Saturday or second Saturday in the morning, where to find your commissioner. If you have any issues, you can just go there, you can talk to him. This is a unique concept which has not been done by any elected officials in Forsyth County. The second thing that I want to work on is the happiness index. Like we working in the corporate world, we always have our annual survey. In the annual survey, we are asked, okay, how did you file your company? How are you working in relation with your colleague? Are you satisfied with your pay? Everything. Why don't we have something similar for the residents of Forsyth County, where they give their feedback on what they want from the county? It would be an opportunity where they can talk about what makes them happy and what improvement they are looking for it. Basically listening from the residents. It's the voice of the residents that I'm going to work on. These two are the most important thing. And obviously, infrastructure and fiscal responsibility. Infrastructure means better roads, because according to me, that would improve the happiness index anyhow. I am strictly against the overdevelopment or high density development. I am not going to approve any apartment complexes in my district. So that part is clear. And fiscal responsibility, as I talked before, I would like to make sure that the money or the taxpayers' money is used wisely. So the 140 million administration building that I am talking about, that is not the need right now. There are a lot of parks that can be improved and we can have a better quality of life for the residents. I am going to work for the residents and not for the commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny, for coming for the insight with Praveen Puram and giving your insights. My goal is to reach this to the residents and see how can they vote and how can they improve the voter score here. And with that said, Tuesday is the last day. Please do go and vote as your responsibility. And we wish you a good luck, and
Thank
for
you.
your 2000 hours of effort, I'm sure that you will have a success. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Praveen, for having me.